Hello everybody! Today we're going to be taking a look at the Newage insert third-party name here, because I don't remember, because I just call him Grimlock. Now, here is the king of the Dinobots, and let me get this out of the way. This figure is phenomenal. This was one of my first instances of a third-party figure. One of my first third-party figures, actually. And what a amazing figure to put a delectable taste in my mouth and forever putting me in more credit card debt. Because this thing is awesome. I've already said it so many times. I love this thing. Ever since I've had him, he's been a regular that I've just fidgeted with. And usually they just kind of, after a while, just kind of gather dust on my shelf or I put them up on display. But this guy has managed to avoid that fate by being such a fucking cool figure. Like, this thing is awesome. And I was just thinking to say, oh, he's in robot mode, but I can't say that for, like, a theme because I don't know. I like to start them off in their alt mode, but we're starting it off with the good shit first. So, why don't we get into this? The painting and sculpting on this figure is awesome. And to be quite fair, he doesn't have much painted detail on him. That's not painted, that's not painted, these parts are painted. But he's got some, come on, get in there, camera. Focus, oh yeah, there we go. He's got some beautifully painted eyes. And I put an Autobot sticker on there for obvious reasons. It's a little wobbly, but that's perfectly fine. Because you're not going to be looking at that when you're playing with him. You're going to be playing with him. So anyway, let's get into that. So, maybe we should get into accessories first. We're going to get into accessories first. So, what he comes with, these are his alternate pair of hands he comes with. These are just some open, grabby hands, which seems to be a theme with Newage figures, with the Newage Transformer figures. I only own 2 of them, but 2 more are on the way. I got Megatron and Optimus, the battle-damaged versions, because I'm a slut for battle damage. And just doing shit myself, apparently, I don't like to do. So, accessory-wise, he comes with a cool flame sword. If my camera would focus, that'd be wonderful. Cool flame sword, we'll get into that in a minute. He comes with his iconic gun. Just cool hunk of plastic. It's a cool gun. Don't know why it's not focusing on me. There we go. And it comes with the most important accessory of all, a fish. In case you want Grimlock to have a little snack, because he's been a good boy, because you love Grimlock. And then, of course, he comes with a pair of grabby hands. Shit, grabby little fists, hands, I don't know. But to just simply do that, which is these things don't feel loose either. When you swivel them, they don't feel loose, so you just gotta pop them out. And it's really that simple. You just pop them out and put the right hand in the right place. Because why? Because you're just gonna want to, because you don't want to look like an idiot. Don't want to prove your parents right, am I right, guys? Plus, any long term, you have to have these on to do the transformation anyway. You can't have his cool alternate relaxed open hands on, which I just, for some reason, like to just have on my Newage figures when they're on my shelf. Anyway, if my camera would focus, we could get into these cool accessories. So, the sword slides right into his hand. Grimlock has a bit of a bitch grip, but if you get this guy into some cool poses, you realize this thing is just cool. I'm editing me, take care of that. Take care of some cool action poses, or whatever it is. But yeah, then you just want to put his gun in his other hand, and then he's just decked out. Grimlock is ready to tear shit up. He's ready to fuck shit up, man. There. He's cool. He's got a fish. You know what? Fuck the fish. We don't need the fish. Who cares? But, relatively speaking, I'm just going to get all his accessories out of the way. He's just awesome. I love this thing. My camera keeps defocusing because he's got a bright yellow chest. My light doesn't like him. So, we're going to take this stuff on out of here, and we're going to get to... Oh, you have a nice grip over there, Grimlock. Thanks. So then, now... Oh, fuck. Okay, shh. Now we're going to get into the articulation of this figure. So, what Newage seemingly is all about is making masterpiece legend scale figures. And the articulation on this thing is insane. all of them are insane. When I will review the Optimus and Megatron, I also have Starscream when he comes in. So we're gonna figure this out. So he can look up that far, not down at all, and he's got the little flaps back here move, but that's okay. That's really for the transformation. His arms move up that far. Can do a full 360 motion, but these parts get in the way. Move back that far. Bend at the elbow, which is a pretty good bend. Swivel at the wrist. An insane ab crunch. Man can touch his own toes if he wanted to. Can't like crunch back, but I really don't care about that. He can kick back really far for what everything is, and he can kick forward really far. And he has a double bend at the knee, which is maybe at first seemingly lacking, but it's okay. And he has a kind of a toe bend, if you want to call that a toe bend, but then he's got an insane ankle pivot. With all this articulation, you can pull off some insane posing. Again, editing me, if you don't take care of this, I know where you live. Anyway, I think we should just get into the transformation. And here he is in dinosaur mode, and after that complex seeming transformation, we are left with a really cohesive dinosaur mode for representation of G1 Grimlock. And what is else to say? He just kind of seemingly morphs into him. He looks so G1 accurate. I am getting a Roger Rabbit effect from this. It's just, it's amazing how cohesive and beautiful that transformation was. Honestly, it's one of my favorite of the smaller bunch to do. It's just I love it. It's so much fun to do. And of all of my masterpiece style figures, it's the one I've done the most. Just because both modes are so much fun to have him in, and it's insane. Some new articulation wise is for this figure, excuse me, he's got an up and down at the head. His mouth can open up, revealing a little peg. And if we bring back the sword, pop off the handle, and put it in his mouth, you've got a very beautiful, awesome looking fight. The camera just took a picture while we were doing that. So let's hope that doesn't screw anything up. So just pop that back on out of there. And nothing else from his robot mode except for the sword really comes into play here. But he's got his little cute little dinosaur arms that only move like this. And on my shelf when he's in dino mode, I have him looking like a little polite little gentleman. Because Grimlock is a polite little man. We love him. So, otherwise his legs are sticks, but they move forward for some ungodly reason. I really don't like that part. I wish they, no, at Newage, they could have probably figured out a way to make him still bend at the knee, which would have been absolutely insane to just figure out a way to do, because if he could bend at these knees, this dino mode would be, I would coom. And then he's got a cute little tail, which I am just impressed with the cool little articulation aspect of the tail. Just moves back and forth, just like that. And then, for his last little gimmick, or feature gimmick, pretty much, is that if you lift up his head there, go ahead and spin it around, he's Grimlock with red eyes. For Jet Comics, or the girl comics, but if you're a cool G1 guy liking man like me, you will keep them on blue, because the blue is such a cool color on his eyes, and he looks so much more lively. That's it. This, I fucking love this figure so goddamn much. So, I think we should get into some size comparison. And for the last one, here he is next to my girlfriend's nail polish. Anyway, this Newage keeps hitting banger after banger so far of figures that I own. Grimlock was a 10 out of 10. I haven't reviewed Starscream yet, except that's the Newage Lucifer, because they named Starscream after Satan, which is really fucking funny. But so far they've been 10 out of 10, and I think I'll review the Starscream one next, just because. But I'm digging it. How much I love Newage, and I think I'm gonna keep getting their figures, because they have one Beast Wars figure that I'm looking at, and I just want more of them. They look really good. And Ironworks does a really good job. Toy World so far, they've been doing not Toy World, Magic Square. I have one Toy World figure, and it's some barricade, but Magic Square are doing micro ones of the Combaticons, and I got Swindle. And I like his robot mode, but I haven't even dared to transform him yet because he seems so fucky. But I have Optimus and Megatron on the way. They might be next, actually, before Starscream, but I think I want to get all of my Newage figures out of the way first. But thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, for the few people who actually sit through and watch this shit. I'm gonna try and do monthly uploads. I'm gonna